Welcome everybody to the second semifinal of the Asia 2012 Dota 2. This is LGD Gaming China versus Mistrust. Mistrust, one of the teams from Southeast Asia we don't often hear about, but who have been having some very good result, at least in this tournament. The Asia, I want to remind you guys, is a tournament with a very big prize pool. I think it's $35,000, so it's in the top 5 up there of the Dota 2 tournament of 2012 in terms of prize pool. And there are teams coming from all over Asia. So China for LGD, we had N9 for Australia, which is not considered Asia, but you know, in Dota 2 the scene, there's not an oceanic scene, so they are considered part of you know, Southeast Asia, stuff like that. So we had Philippines, we had Malay with the Orange, we had Singapore with Zenith. We had a lot of teams coming from all over the place, and they all went here. They all got here through qualifiers, so they had to be the you know, the most powerful team of their own country too to get there. So enough of that. Let's go into the game. We have LGD Gaming with a Templar Assassin as well as an Undying ban. Mistrust are going to ban the Luna as well as the Lone Druid, and that means a lot of heroes that are considered not OP but you know, very important are open, like the Batrider, like the Nyx Assassin as well. The Darkseer is also open. In fact, we have almost all the heroes that are usually banned in the first set that are going to be slipping through. So Batrider is gonna get grabbed by Mistrust, and Mistrust, I must say, banning up the Luna, which is one of the carry of choice of LGD. They love that Luna. They just love going for this Luna Magnus. Yeah, Magnus, other hero that is often banned, and Nyx is gonna get picked. So Luna, as I was saying, LGD, they just love that Luna because they just get the early items on the Luna, the early, you know, cost-efficient items. They don't rush like, I don't know, a Mental Star or anything. They just go for something like Drum or the Ring Aquila. They go for the BKB, the Tranquil Boots, and then they push as 5 as soon as Magnus have the level 6 or 7. They just group up and they force you to 5-man under your own tower. So Magnus with the RP, Luna with her Eclipse, it's a lot of damage coming in the early game. It's a lot of damage potential that can be wiping up your own team. And well, they can do that with Nyx as well, because they can just go the old Navi style, which is take one down and then push tower. The old 4 into push, gank into push, which is, you know, nowadays fairly standard. If you get a kill, you might want to capitalize on a tower kill right after. So Batrider in that sense is also going to be doing the same thing. So Nyx Assassin as well as Batrider, both of those heroes, they will be able to pick off heroes off the map as soon as you don't see the Batrider, as soon as you don't see the Nyx Assassin. That's a risk you're taking on any lane. Nyx Assassin, of course, with the Vendetta, and the Batrider with the Blink Dagger. Of course, Batrider needs this Blink Dagger to really start being scary as fuck, and Nyx less so, but he is, you know, he's counterable by Sentry Wards. You still have to spend a lot using Sentry Wards, and you can't sentry all 3 lanes preemptively. So Nyx will still find those kills, and Shadow Demon is picked as a defensive support. I love that choice because if Nyx goes on someone and you disrupt him, they will be able to, well, you will be able to gain a few precious seconds. 2.5 seconds of disruption is maybe enough just to have your allies TP in and to save and turn the fight maybe. So Faceless Void is going to be picked by LGD now. Faceless Void also a very big AoE combo and you know, AoE teamfight carry with the Chronosphere. Basically what happened is Magnus catches 2 or 3 in the reverse polarity, and you have to choose. Do I want to go and help those with my 2 remaining heroes or 3 remaining heroes and, you know, risk getting catched by the Chronosphere, or do I just say, okay, they're dead, let's go? And if you say that, well, the next fight is going to be 3v5 or 2v5. So it's basically making you choose between a bad solution and a worse solution. So either you want to go in and you just risk by positioning yourself, you know, trying to help your ally. You must go to your allies. So that means you are getting very vulnerable to a 3-man Chronosphere. Okay, so we have Anti-Mage now picked ban on the other side, and the Naga Siren, they are banning up the carries. We have Mistrust banning up the strong mid lane heroes in the Night Stalker, in the Queen of Pain. Well, I shouldn't say the Night Stalker is a strong mid lane hero. He is in the middle lane. He's very weak. In fact, the only thing he can do is just wait until 6 minutes, and at the 6 minute mark, normally that's when he gets the first night. I say normally, but all the time. You don't have anything to delay the night. So he gets this to the 6 minutes, and the goal of having a Night Stalker is getting the farm that is necessary before the 6 minute mark. So getting a bottle, getting boots, getting an urn if you're really up ahead, and if you're really having a good time, you can get your level 7. So again, Mistrust banning up the middle lane heroes. Queen of Pain, of course, one very strong controller, tempo controller. She controls the lane, she controls the mid game. She's kind of a snowball hero. If she has a very good game, she's gonna crush your middle game. And you have also the Invoker, who is less picked nowadays, but who can still be very scary if he manages to get those exhort invokers with the Magnus and Faceless Void. You have a lot of damage potential with the Meteor, with the the Cold Snap, the Sunstrike as well, because there's a lot of control. Imagine Nyx Assassin jumping on someone. If you follow up with a Sunstrike, it's almost a free kill for Nyx and the Invoker. So Keeper of the Light is gonna slip through that far into the game. Usually now, if you remember the few games we have seen from Southeast... Oh, okay, no. So, if some of you have been following the Southeast Asian League, SEA League, we had a lot of Keeper of the Light play. So Keeper of the Light PL, Keeper of the Light PL, all over the place. And even when we don't have a PL, we have a Keeper of the Light, because he's just so annoying to push against. In the laning phase, he really punishes you. You cannot really go against a tri-lane with a Keeper of the Light, except you have very few heroes that can put or get the Keeper of the Light out of position. So it's very hard to play against a Keeper of the Light in the laning phase. And in the late game, he's also very annoying due to the blinding light. It's 3 seconds of blind, so that means your carry can do anything if they don't have MKB or BKB. And they also have the recall. So the recall is very important. Faceless Void could be farming on the other side of the map, and Keeper of the Light with the 3 other buddies pushing up the middle lane, and he can recall you. You don't need a boost of travel. You you can split push and have the Keeper of the Light being as useful as a BOT. So other side has the Rubik. Of course, Rubik, very good hero against the Magnus and the Faceless Void. Magnus for the RP, Faceless Void for the Chronosphere. Grabbing a Chronosphere is super easy on the Rubik. Faceless Void, the basic combo in the team fight is just jump in with a Time Walk and then use a Chronosphere. He doesn't have any more spells, so Rubik, you're guaranteed to steal the Chronosphere. But remember, Chronosphere, you do not actually stop the Faceless Void with your Chronosphere. This has been changed, so that means if you cast the Chronosphere, at the most, what you're going to be able to get is to stop the enemy heroes, except for the Faceless Void. So I'm just gonna put myself in Do Not Disturb to avoid having more messages popping up. And well, we're gonna jump straight into the game. The last 2 picks are the Beastmaster and the Windrunner. Beastmaster, a very strong, control, beefy middle lane hero, who really is going to be able to lock down one hero for a very long time. Not a pick of choice against a Shadow Demon usually, because you can roar someone. Shadow Demon just has to disrupt him, and basically when the disruption ends, the roar is almost over, the stun is almost over. So you almost negate the stun, but it's still very good. For example, when the Bat Rider goes in and catches someone, you roar him, and basically the lasso isn't really useful. It's just not gonna drag anyone away. So we have on LGD side Xiao 8 on the Beastmaster, Director 8, Yao on his ever-trusty Magnus. He's playing Magnus all the time in tournaments. I feel like Yao should be like so bored of playing Magnus all the time, but he's playing very well Magnus as well. He's winning those games. So Keeper of the Light played by SC. We have Sylar, the carry on the Faceless Void, and DDC on the Nyx Assassin. And we may have a very early encounter here. We have TNK leading the charge for Mistrust SD on the Windrunner, ABBA on the Batrider, R5 on the Rubik without head, and we have LK on the Dragon Knight. So SD, yeah, we have a Shadow Demon SD and a player whose name is SD. This is going to be very confusing in the game, as I'm often calling the players by their name or by their hero. So unfortunately, LK is very far behind. So are they going to be able to? Let's see the level 1 team fight of LGD. Right now they don't have the Nyx with them, but they have a Keeper of the Light. Keeper of the Light, you don't want to level 1 fight against him because it's 200 AoE damage. There's almost no other hero that provides such damage. And TNK is maybe going to catch someone. Xiao is getting blocked by SC, but TNK decides against it. Basically, do not have vision over this area with the Shadow Demon if you're here. So that means maybe the enemies are just hidden there. And if you actually go on that guy here, you may be in a very bad surprise because the other 4 jump out of the trees and it's, you know, rape time. So SD started up with a shackle shot. That's very interesting. I feel like they wanted to get this 1 kill as soon as TNK saw someone, but that means Windrunner, if she goes on the off lane, she's gonna have a horrible time.
Looks like we lost one.
Apparently they may be going for an aggressive tri-lane with the Windrunner, Shadow Demon, and Rubik. On the other side, it's gonna be Batrider solo bottom, and in the mid lane, LK is gonna solo middle. So Batrider against Yao. Batrider will be having a very, very good time. Yao, well, Yao is still okay because as a Magnus, you're not really like a melee hero. You have the Shockwave to farm, and as soon as you have the bottle, you can just, you know, farm with the Shockwave. Batrider though against any melee hero is going to be terribly strong. It's going to be very annoying for Yao. You see that those stacks of fire napalm are already sticky napalm already stacking up, and Yao taking a lot of damage. That is 4 right clicks, and Yao is almost down to half health already, and he might be very well going down here. Doesn't have the shockwave, doesn't have the skewer. So remember that one very annoying part of the sticky napalm is the fact that it slows the turn rate. So that means Yao, if he wants to turn around, it's going to be terribly slow. And now ABBA also has the the Firefly. Top lane, no, nothing happening yet. So Yao, you see here, he's still level 1. He will get those levels under his own tower, so this should be fairly safe. Except that now he's up to 5 stacks, so now there's not enough creeps for ABBA to dive this. Middle lane, Xiao8 is controlling this lane pretty well. We see 7-4-4, whereas LK is only at 5-4-0. So Dragon Knight has the bottle coming up to him. Beastmaster already has it. And Beastmaster, remember this guy, 65 damage at level 1, whereas Dragon Knight is only at 54. So Dragon Knight will have the Dragon Blood if he decides to level this, which will give him armor as well as HP regen, which also is a good thing against the axes, because axes are composite damage. So that means with more armor you take less damage. It takes into account the armor reduction as well as the magic reduction. Yao now has the skewer, so he should be okay. The Batrider cannot really close the gap. What he can do is, once he caught up to you, just slow you down and you know, keep with you. But Yao having the shockwave, as long as he doesn't bring the Batrider with him, he should be alright. So Haste Rune picked up by Xiao8, and he's gonna come back into the middle lane. Just at the moment, Xiao8 is just having the upper hand. 50% more creep kills, and also 4 denies to his name. And smoke game coming from TNK, but this is not the right timing, I feel. Or should it? It might be the right timing if LK actually blocks these creeps. He's not blocking that well, so Xiao8, you see that he's just safely here on his own cliff, and he knows something's off. Because they saw that SD was alone top here. Xiao8 gonna have to be careful. He's gonna hesitate a bit and just farm with the axes. Not gonna go anywhere. And TNK R5 forced to just stand in this jungle. On the bottom lane, Yao is out of mana, but it looks like ABBA just used a Firefly. And ABBA also has boots now. Oh, Xiaoit will be caught. Yeah, here goes the disruption. Here goes the soul catcher. Here comes the stun. It's a very long stun at Dragon Knight, and the left should be able to bring down this Beastmaster. Dragon Knight stun is a level 1 wonder, 2.5 second of stun. It's absolutely horrible to play against that Dragon Knight. If he manages to stun you, it's a very long time stun that just lands on your face. And Xiaoit, although it's a Beastmaster, although it's fairly tanky, oh, we may see SC and DDC going for the counter kill on the Windrunner. Windrunner doesn't have the Windwall. Oh, nope, not enough damage. Nyx only level 2, and Nyx at low levels doesn't do a whole lot of damage. The Impale is very low on damage. Sylar, he can't really contribute to the kills, except if he just jumps in and, you know, basically use some right clicks. That's the amount of damage he can get. And SC level 3 only, so only 200 damage. It's not enough to kill the Windrunner. Invis picked up by the Dragon Knight. And oh, this courier just flying right in front of the Beastmaster's nose. Dragon Knight level almost 6. Beastmaster also almost level 6. ABBA gonna get a bottle. Yao is also with the bottle, you know, using the bottle crow all the time, which is fairly standard for a offlane Magnus. And he's still not with boots, so if his skewer is down, it may be a kill that goes the way of Batrider if he's not careful. So what's happening on top lane? Top lane, Sylar's not getting the farm he really needs. 13 creep kills only. Getting really contested by this Windrunner, and Windrunner is at 19 for 9. So I must say this offensive tri lane working out perfectly. Rubik as well as TNK also level 3, so they are getting the levels, which is something that usually happens on the tri lane, offensive tri lane, is that you may be shutting down the carry, not getting a lot of farm for Sylar, but the supports are getting under leveled, and that's very, very hard for you, because you want the levels on the support, but you cannot pull. And here comes the gank from Beastmaster. Batrider, you are dead, sir. This nuke is way enough to bring you down, and actually 3 second stun at level 1 for the roar is way enough to bring to lock him down. He was half HP, so Nyx was just checking up the rune, not gonna find anything. Beastmaster gets a haste rune. LK level 7, he got a power tread, and now he's catching up. 25 for 3. Windrunner is still farming fairly well. 22 creep kills for the bottom lane is also going fairly even for Yao and ABBA. So Magnus is doing fairly well. The top lane is, well, it's considering that Faceless Void doesn't have a whole lot of farm, but SC as well as DDC are being farming right now, and with the farm, you may say, you know, why would I want farm on this Keeper of Light and Nyx Assassin? Because I want farm on my Faceless Void, but early farm on the Nyx and on the Keeper of Light is maybe an early Arcane Boots, it's maybe an early mech, and that's very important for the team. So we see again Smoke Gang being popped here by Rubik and Shadow Demon, but they're not gonna find anything. In fact, Xiao is just gonna go again to the bottom lane and try to kill this Batrider. Yao has the ultimate, and well, not anymore now, but he should have enough for the ulti plus a shockwave if he manages to get the stick chargers. So Xiao, nope. Xiao is gonna land the roar. Yao is just gonna run in and use the ultimate, make sure that he goes down. Ultimate from the Magnus just to get this solo kill is actually very worth it, because he's only 122nd, and it's not like he's looking to push anytime soon. Sylar still needs a lot of farm before being efficient, and ooh, nicely done by the Nyx, really chaining up those stuns. And R5, oh, TNK taking a huge eliminate in the face, wasting up his Clarity Potion and also wasting up his HP. Sylar, although he's not, farmed, he is able to bring down heroes now. Now that he's level 6. Yao's trying to get this tower down, and he's gonna get it. In fact, he's gonna skewer the Batrider with him, and that's probably going to be his death. Xiao doesn't have the roar, and except if he manages to scare the Batrider away, Batrider Oh no! The flame break a tad bit late. And now he's gonna go on Xiao 8. Xiao 8 is gonna get caught by the Nyx. Oh no, this is his allies. Never mind. It's gonna be AABBA falling down here. It was like, wait. Radiant hero, Radiant side have a Nyx assassin. No, that's not right. So we see that SC is very no. DDC? No, Xiao 8 is going to go for the mechanism. I was watching the buckler armor buff and I was like, SC already up to almost the mechanism? No, Xiao 8 is gonna get it. And Xiao 8 now has the Myzzrym, so he gives a vision. SD is gonna be the target of choice. Are they gonna be able to get her? Yes, they are. Too much damage, and Windrunner falls. Nyx almost level 6, and that's what he wants. He wants more. Nyx usually wants to have his level 7 at least, to have the max burst damage. Leveling up the mana burn is not going to increase your damage due to the fact that it's only decreasing the mana cost and the cooldown. Same for the Spike Carpets, but Xiao 8 is going to get stunned here. He's going to get brought back by a Flame Break, but Disruption now lands. I feel like it's not working well so far. Beastmaster is still getting attacked, but here comes the RP, only on Shadow Demon though, and TP coming up. Beastmaster almost dead now. He is going to survive with 5 HP, 1 HP. Well, this is the damage over time of the Green Dragon, but it cannot kill anyone. Here comes a Skewer from Magnus. Yao is going in very deep, and we have R5 coming in. Yao is dead. Yao is dead. Yeah, he's gonna be able to bring down this Bat Rider before. And Nyx is just gonna waddle away on his little feet. Xiao 8 is gonna pop this top rune and get some HP back.
Radiant's top towers in bad
In the meantime, Sylar's catching up. See that he's now 40 creep kills for 10 denies. So after this not so good start, he's getting the farm now. And Sylar is going to go for a BF. Battle Fury, Ring of Health picked up. He went for the power treads to have more attack speed and more movement speed, as well as a bit of stats. TP coming up. It's not gonna be fast enough to catch the Faceless Void. And they won the tower. They really won this tower. Oh, they're gonna use this Chronosphere, but Shadow Demon denies the tower at the price of his own life. And Faceless Void, is he gonna try to catch someone? No, it looks like DDC came back from behind and gonna get this poor Bat Rider. LK is trying to run away. He's there and he stuns. He's there and he control. And the Blinding Light comes in, bringing LK back. Very good Shackle Shot, but not gonna be enough. And with the early mechanism, they are able to keep on pushing, keep on fighting. Yao even getting a Windrunner kill behind the tower. And that looks to be a very, very fast semifinals. 11 for 2 already. XP Graph is down 7k gold now. And Gold Graph is also down 5k gold. So Mistrust not really having the game of their lives right now, but this is LGD China we're talking about. Those guys who managed to just go into all the tournaments and, you know, place very well as well. So, and now also, I think, yeah, at that time LGD International was already formed. So I feel like the more time passes and the more LGD China and LGD International are going to get very, very strong in Dota 2, because they are playing in the same house, they are training every day, and also Zenith said, I think I don't know if it's Zenith or I don't remember who it was, but no, it was Chuan. Chuan said that right now on the Chinese scene, people, the teams, they are mostly scared of G. The player they are most scared of is G in the middle lane from LGD International, because he's trying stuff that the other Chinese middle laners don't really do. He's very aggressive. That's something that sometimes Chinese players are not yet accustomed to. And before that, if you remember when G was in M5, he was having a reputation of well, he's very aggressive, but he, it's 50-50. Sometimes he dives and he dies because he's just too aggressive, and sometimes he is just doing those wonderful plays where he will dive your tier 2 tower, he will dive your tier 3 tower at level 8 into the game, and he will get those kills. and then, you know, get back alive. And now that he has the training to go with it, now that he's training every day, they're still hunting down this poor hawk. No, the hawk is gonna go down. Is he? No, he's still alive. So I was saying that now that he has the training, the you know, the meticulous training that LGD offers, G, I feel like he's way more dangerous. He's exponentially more dangerous because he still gets this aggressive style of play, but he gets also this the ability that G has to just make things happen. And with the training, he just doesn't make those mistakes anymore. So he gets those tower dive, but he also stay alive with them. It's less a 50-50 now, and more about like a 90% 10% ratio. When he dives, he's gonna kill you. He knows that. He knows he can outplay you. So Sylar now, almost up to the Battle Fury. Not yet though. The Hawk poised to give some vision. R5 is gonna steal the Illuminate. This is gonna delay the push pretty long, in fact, if R4 decides to use it, but he doesn't. So Blink Dagger now purchased on the Yao. And you see what I was talking about. LGD just 4-man push all the way. And now Sylar is just gonna come in with the Chronosphere, and that's gonna be a tower going down. DDC is just gonna use the Spy Carapace, and Sylar comes in. He's gonna get a very nice shackle here. They're gonna waste Sylar's Chronosphere. R5 is still not dead. Now he dies, and LK is gonna get caught. LK a bit too far. The supports are not here. Shadow Demon was dead already, and the Rubik also got caught. Bat Rider was nowhere near in that fight.
Tower's in trouble.
And they're not gonna stop here. 2v5, or yes, there are. So as soon as I say that, they just back off. They use the RP, they use all their spells, so there's no need to push the second tower. Mistrust supports right now, they're still very low level. In fact, Shadow Demon is not level 6 yet, he's only level 5, so that means they respawn very quickly as well. And that means they will be able to defend this tower. Plus, there's no need to force the issue. 2 for 14 LGD, they know they also have the late game, because Mistrusted went for a fairly, you know, push heavy strat. No, not really push, but gank and push, more of a, you know, Dragon Knight. He's not that well of a late game hero. He's more like a mid game carry that can push down the towers with the dragon form, and also be very beefy, so he can go for those damage item in the early game and be beefy just with the L dragon form and the dragon blood, and that makes him able to just dish out the damage. But in the late game, he's not that powerful anymore. The blue dragon form still gets the cleave damage, but it's not enough. It's just not enough. TNK is just gonna run into Xiaoite, and Xiaoite may be caught here. TNK maybe, no, he has to be careful. Here comes the disruption. Here comes LK, but Yao is here, and Yao is just gonna scare them away. Oh! Xiaoite blocked onto the high ground, but he has the axes, so he doesn't care. DDC now pop the ultimate. He may be trying to find a kill. There's a sentry ward here, so DDC has to be very careful. If he goes onto SD, he will get spotted. And now they see him. Oh, RP onto 3 and Impale onto 4. This is brutal. This Keeper of the Light is just gonna find everyone with the Illuminate, and now LK trying to run away. He's gonna get Roar. He's gonna get brought down, and boom, there goes this poor Dragon Knight. Yo, this RP, Blink RP, just, that's exactly what I was talking about. Yao always getting to play this Magnus. When LGD can pick the Magnus, they pick the Magnus, and Yao's on it. And you can bet that Yao is gonna get those RP. But DDC also, that, oh, Skewer's gonna miss though. I was going to say that Impale, 4-man Impale. I mean, we're talking often about the big ultimates, the 3-man RP, the 4-man Chrono, but Impale, it's also something to be really aware of. It's 2.77 second of disable. That's insane as well. RP is at the moment 3 seconds, so it's almost the same. It's almost the same duration. And the damage is also almost the same. It's 260 for one and 250 for the other. ABBA wisely going on the high ground, not wanting to stay there to farm the creeps because he knows something's off. DDC though, R5, I'm not really sure what he was trying to achieve there. He got absolutely exploded by the Nyx. Granted, Yao helped a bit. So, are we gonna see what do we... Blink Dagger normally is often bought on the Nyx Assassin nowadays, when at least that's what G loves to do when he runs the Nyx middle. He gets his Blink Dagger because, as I said earlier, the Impale, if you get a 4-man Impale, it's almost the same as getting a 3-man RP. It's the same duration. It's very, very big. Or it's not the same duration, but it's like very long still, so. Okay, so DDC is gonna stun TNK, and now DDC is gonna get shackled into a tree, but he doesn't mind. He has the entire team backing him up. SC tanking up the tower like nobody's business. And he may want to like switch the aggro to someone else, like Siler, who with the BF now is going for what seems to be a BKB. So that's LGD we're talking about. Better safe than sorry is their motto. It's really, if you have one team that always go for BKBs, it's gonna be LGD. You know, sometimes you see carries and you're like, ah, he could go for an MKB to get the damage, but maybe he wants the BKB because if he gets caught, it's gonna be, you know, giving him a lot of troubles because he doesn't have the BKB, and then they go for Daedalus, and you're like, okay, good pick, but risky. LGD is never gonna do that. LGD is always going to be getting this BKB. They see that the BKB is necessary, they're gonna get the BKB. No matter what. No matter what. So, Siler now is gonna go for this BKB, and he's gonna sell his magic wand and get this Aegis of Immortal. So you can see here that it's still the Trent. No, the Trent. Oh yeah, the old versions. The old version when you when you watch the old games with the new patch, it always screws up stuff. Like you see that the frozen sigil or actually the centaurs are flying into the air. It doesn't really affect anything, but just it's kind of funny to see. And it's during the Grieveling event. You see that Roshan still had the Grievil skin, and we see the Satyr Banisher that are in fact those poor little dragons. And it's kind of weird too. I mean, the HP bar, it looks very, very low for what seems to be normally the the dragon. My brain is also melting right now. So they have the gem, early gem on Beastmaster. It was actually the gem was picked up earlier than that. And LGD, as I said, they are a team that looks to get the team fight, the map control, and the safety. So BKB and everything. And plus Faceless Void, something I didn't mention, but he has the Empower coming from Yao, so he doesn't necessarily need a damage item because he has this Battle Fury, which gives him 35% cleave, plus Yao's Empower, which is an additional 50% cleave, so it gets up to 85% cleave, which is insane, as well as increasing his base damage by 50%. So base damage by 50%, Styler is gonna have an additional, because the base damage is basically the white number, it's gonna only increase the base damage, so it's gonna get plus 50 damage, 98 plus 50%, so it's gonna be 150. So he's gonna hit for 210 damage approximately every swing. So it's still a lot of damage. As long as he doesn't just you know, try to bring down LK, who has at the moment 19 armor. And yeah, Faceless Void has the BKB now. He just TP'd back to get the BKB, and he's gonna get brought back by the recall of the Keeper of Light. Keeper of Light even going for the Necronomicon right now. He just, you know, hell, just, you know, try to push, finish this. DDC going for the pipe. They're just gonna go for all the items that they can get to, you know, bring down the high ground, push down the racks. It's actually hard to bring down and to breach the high ground, even when you're that far ahead. Winter, I think what he was saying is either you have a pipe and mechanism, or you have something like 20k gold advantage, which is what they have right now. Siler's gonna get shackled. Yao taking Xiaowei. Oh, ABBA trying to hook someone, lasso someone, but not gonna be able to because he runs into DDC's Spy Carapace. Siler is gonna catch two. The two supports are in the Chronosphere. Yao is gonna get this 2-man RP. LK, goodbye. Siler, he doesn't care. He has the Aegis still. And the only one surviving here is the Windrunner, but she won't be able to do anything. In fact, Siler just sacrifices the tower to get back. Full health, full mana. And this is very likely to be GG in a few seconds. or a few minutes. Or they're gonna back off. It's LGD we're talking about. They may be playing carefully against the Batrider just coming back with the lasso. Batrider, that's the problem against, you know, Nyx Assassin. You use the Firefly, if DDC just merely walks on the Firefly, you're gonna get stunned. And that means you cannot jump onto the Nyx Assassin, and even if you jump onto someone else, Nyx pops the Spike Carapace, walk into the... Ooh, Nyx! Yao is gonna get picked up, but yeah, he's gonna get killed. Shackle. You're forbidden, you cannot go and screw away. So the Rex go down in the middle lane, and the tower now is gonna get denied by OK. 3 to 23. LGD just plowing through this enemy team. Beastmaster has the Aghanim Scepter, so less cooldown as well as more cast range. 950 range, just look at how big that is. He could be in the river and roar someone who's on the high ground just because of the scepter. DDC now has a pipe as well, so you know, everything's going their way. SC has a 4-staff. Necronomicon level 3 is almost up as well. He's needing... How much is that again, Necronomicon? Let's see that. We don't often see this item bought on any hero, but it's a very good item. It's just that it doesn't really fit right now. And people prefer to go for those 4-staff and everything. Keeper of the Light, of course, being one of those heroes because he needs a bit of more mobility to be able to escape or push his ally in to the safety of their own team. Well, there he goes. He buys the 2 Necronomicon. One is there, and the second's coming soon. Yep, there we go. And the courier is just going to bring it. So we have Mask of Madness on Sylar, Vlad on Xiaowei. So just going straight for the aura. The Vladimir offering is going to provide you 5 armor to everyone in the team. And so Magus is going for Heart of Tarrasque. Not going to go for a refresher this time. Usually that's what Yao does. Going for a straight refresher right after. And it really pays off. It really pays off. When you have a double RP in the fight, and that actually land on people that are relevant, it's GG. It's always almost always GG. And something else with the Mask of Madness and the BKB. Mask of Madness, the added damage is you know, that you take is magic damage. So if you pop BKB, you don't take the additional 30% damage. So we have the Necronomicon units popped. And Mick is gonna get popped as well. Here they go in. DDC is gonna get knocked. And they are scared right now of something. Or just, no, they're not scared, they're just careful. Sylar is gonna roar TNK, and TNK is gonna be the target of choice. SD is gonna fall as well to Sylar. Sylar now turning to R5 or 5. And this is GG. Mistrust, they are going to tap out of this game right now, and Yao is gonna skewer this ABB away, use these RP. The RP wasn't even used in that fight. And you see that Sylar, he goes for the support. He knows that the people that are, the heroes that are dangerous are the support. The Dragon Knight without support cannot do anything, and everyone now just disconnecting from the game. So this is over. This is over. And I hope you guys enjoyed this one-way stomp. We are going to jump in the next game to the best of, the third place decider against between Orange and Mistrust. And well, I hope to see you guys next time. There's not going to be a lot of activity on this channel. This is due to the fact that there's a GSC Dota 2 tournament, which is going to start very, very soon. In fact, it's going to start, I think, tomorrow. It's starting right now, but I'm going to cast tomorrow. And the VODs are going to be uploaded in the Dota Talk YouTube channel, I think. So I may not be able to do a lot of videos anymore for this channel. I will come back from time to time and try to go and get those guides up, you know, the from Dota 2 to League of from League of Legends to Dota 2, as well as the advanced mechanics, but I can't really guarantee anything. So as usual, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Radiant's mid tower's coming apart.